So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to read a Forex chart, and I will be focusing specifically on Japanese candlesticks. But Japanese candlesticks are not the only type of candlesticks, or it's not the only type of chart used to analyze the market. But the reason I'm elaborating mostly on Japanese candlesticks is because it's the most common and most used type of candlestick chart in the Forex or any financial market for that matter. If you look at any trader, beginner to advanced, they have or are currently using Japanese candlesticks in their trading. So that's why I decided to elaborate and go into Japanese candlesticks specifically, because when coming into this market, Japanese candlesticks will be the first candlestick chart you will be introduced to. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we do that, I just want to let you know that as I go along, you can pause the video, take some notes so that you can come back and study the notes as you are learning in this industry. Okay, before coming into this market, you need to know how to read a candlestick chart. But before we get into that, we need to know what a Forex chart is. A Forex chart is just a visual tool that shows how the price of a currency pair moves over time. You'll see things like Euro USD, GBP JPY, that's the euro versus the dollar, or the British pound versus the Japanese yen. When you're looking at a chart, you're basically watching a story unfold between the buyers and sellers. So when you're looking at a candlestick chart, you are watching how price is moving between buyers and sellers, who has power and who is trying to gain power. You're watching how the market is structuring itself in certain time frames of its movements, and when analyzing, you are able to analyze and capitalize based off those movements of the market. So when looking at a Forex chart, you watch a story unfold between buyers and sellers. You're seeing who has strength, you're seeing who is making profits, and you are able to analyze and capitalize further after that. Okay, now let's break it down. There are three main things you see on any Forex chart. The time frame. This tells you how much each point or candle represents, like the 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour, or even the day. And the time frames extend beyond the day. It goes weeks, months, years, 5 years, however long the chart can extend to. That is what you are able to see of that currency pair. Now, when looking at a Forex chart, like let's say the 5 minutes, each candlestick represents 5 minutes of price movement. So that candlestick was open for 5 minutes, and then after those 5 minutes, it closed and created a new candlestick. Same with every other time frame after that. Whatever time frame you are analyzing on, you are looking at candlesticks representing that time. So 1 hour, each candle on that chart will show price movements worth 1 hour. Okay, the price scale, usually running alongside the right hand side of the chart, it shows the current exchange rate of a pair you are trading. So let's go to a chart here. So currently GBP JPY is at 1.33819. That is the current exchange rate, and you see it just changed. That is the current exchange rate of the British pound against the dollar. So when you look at a Forex chart, the price scale is on the right hand side of the chart. You can move it to the left if you want to, but most of the time the price scale is on the right hand side of the chart. Now, the main point of this video, the candlesticks. These colorful bars show how price moved during the chosen time period. As I said before, each candle tells you four things: the opening price, the closing price, the highest price, and the lowest price. Green candles usually mean price went up. Red candles usually mean price went down. So that is a bullish, green bullish candle, and red is bearish. Okay, now let's zoom into candles because they are key. Here's how to read one. The thick part of the candle is called the body. It shows where price opened and closed. Okay, so now let me show you here on this diagram that I drew. Okay, so this is a bullish candlestick, this is a bearish candlestick. This thick part here shows you where price opened and closed. So here, price opened here and closed here. So on a bullish candlestick, price opened at the bottom, pushed up, and then closed at the top. And on the bearish candlestick, price opened at the top and closed at the bottom. Then the thin lines above or below the wicks are called wicks or shadows. They show the highest and lowest prices during that time. If the body is green, the bottom is the open, as I showed you just now. The top is the close, as I just showed you just now. If it's red, the top is the open and the bottom is the close. Now, this is the open, the bottom of the bullish candlestick, and the close, the top of a bullish candlestick. And this is the wick. This shows you how far price went during this movement. So let's say this is a 1 hour candlestick. So during 1 hour, this is how far price moved before forming this candlestick. Now there are different variations of candlesticks, but these are the basic and most standard um, structured candlesticks that you will see on any time frame, on any candlestick chart. Okay, now for the people who stayed till here, there's a bonus tip for you. When reading a forex chart, you often hear about support and resistance, support and resistance, support and resistance. Support is the floor. It's a price level where buyers step in and push price up. Resistance is like a ceiling. It's where sellers jump in and push price down. Spotting these zones give you powerful hints on where price might go next. Okay, so let me just get into a drawing here. So when you see this, when you see this on a forex chart, it's support and resistance. This is support, this is resistance. Sellers will most likely be looking to enter here to give space for price to move down, and buyers will be looking for entries here to give space for the market to move up. Let's look at a live chart. Okay, now if you're a beginner and you're wondering why are my chart colors different, is because after you have learned how to read a candlestick chart, you don't really need to keep your colors the same. You can change them to however you like. So if I can open this, I have different chart colors depending on my mood, depending on what I want to look at. So you don't have to keep your chart colors the same after you have learned how to read it. The basic colors are just green and red. Okay, so support and resistance. This here is support. The 1.34 level is resistance. The 1.34 level is resistance, and this 1.22 level is support. So now in trading, you can actually have multiple levels of support and resistance, but the two major ones is where you mark out on the daily or the highest time frame that you analyze as a trader. Okay, and then there's these mini ones where these mini time frames, these mini support and resistance levels that price created during its time. So if you see here, even on my lower time frame, the mini support and resistance here. So it's not necessarily that you need one level of support and resistance for your whole analyzation of your trade or pair, but you just need to mark out the major ones and then work your way down from there. Okay, now as I said before, if I did say that the candlestick charts are not the only type of charts to exist. There's something called line charts where the charts move in lines. Most of you have seen a line chart in your lifetime. There's also something called a bar chart. It's basically a candlestick chart but without the body. I'll show you that now. And there's also something called Fibonacci candlesticks. These candlesticks show strong market trends. So, but the difference between them and candlesticks, Japanese candlesticks, is that they open in the middle of the candle. So let's go onto a live chart so I can show you that. So right now I use Fibonacci candlesticks during my trading to help with my psychology and to see the strength of trends. So here you just see bullish, 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 sorry, bearish, 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 all the way down. There's one bullish, it continues bearish. So this shows you how strong the trends are when in a trade. So you see here, someone would have most likely entered this double bottom here, and then if you switch to Fibonacci, you just see bullish candlesticks um, all the way up. And this is the most beautiful thing you can see as a trader, because this candlestick chart, Fibonacci candlestick charts, just shows you one color based on the trend. So if it's a uptrend like here, show you bullish candlesticks. If it's downtrend like here, just bearish candlesticks. Okay, so that really helps with psychology. There's also hollow candles. There's lines. You see, this is what I just showed you just now. Some people use this to analyze based on their strategy. There's area charts. There's many different type of charts. When you come to trading view, this is a bar chart I was talking about just now. So it's basically a candlestick chart but without the body. So you see the wick, you see the open, and you see the close, but the body is not there. Some traders use this, some traders don't. Everyone trades according to how they are comfortable trading. So I wouldn't use bar bar candlesticks, because I'm not comfortable trading like that. Some people are, some people are not. You have to trade in this industry. You have to trade according to how comfortable you are trading something. You cannot let people force you to trade a certain way just because they do. The main thing in the trading industry as a whole, you need to find what works for you and you alone. Not to satisfy other people, not to satisfy some internet gurus, not to satisfy your family members, whoever. Find what works for you, because what might work for me might not work for you, and that's just a fact. So you need to find what works for you and stick with that, and make sure that you hone in on that. So, and that's literally just it. You've unlocked the basics of reading a forex chart. It's just practice, 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 and realistically, it shouldn't take long for you to understand this. If you want, take a screenshot of this diagram and just study it. And yeah, that's basically it about reading a forex chart. So guys, that's the end of the video. If you want me to do a part 2 where I go deeper into this, leave a comment in the comment section, leave a like, subscribe if you wish, if you find value in my content, and stay blessed. It's your boy Chosen Trader.